Oh, my God. You're listening to the mighty CJSR. My name's Pete, and I'm here with my son, Brian, and we are here with the Legends of Gore Pizzarrhea. These guys rock, and it's an honor to have them on, from Charles Dickens to Alien to Tom Waits to Horsehead, and that actually looks like... You know what?
Retarded old guy.
No, he actually looks like Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is here.
Oh, yeah.
Genghis Khan of Pizzarrhea. Thanks, Genghis, for making an appearance. Oh, you're one mean mother. And we ended that Roots of Rock and Roll set with Victoria Spavey, Orvin Grider, off the CD Complete Recorded Works, Volume 2, 1927 and 1929. Victoria Spavey recorded the song 84 years ago today, September 12, 1928, in New York City, accompanied by jazz legends King Oliver on the cornet, Clarence Williams on piano, and Eddie Lang, the great guitarist. Victoria Spavey is one of the most influential blues women of all time. She had her career lasted an incredible 50 years, from playing in gambling halls and brothels and whorehouses in Galveston and Houston, with a great legend, Blind Lemon Jefferson, in the 1920s. To record with the likes of Louis Armstrong in the 1930s, to starting her career again in 1962 with Bob Dylan accompanying her in New York. The Blues Victoria Spavey are a huge root of rock and roll. The Blues Rock, we started that set with Harry Risner's Six Jumping Jacks. Pastafalooza off the CD Volume 2, 1926 to 1928. The jazz music of Harry Risner is a giant root of rock and roll. Jazz rocks. Pastafalooza. I wonder if there's a band called Pastor.
Well, I wonder also, Pete.
Well, I wonder
if there's
Pizzarrhea, and that bad pasta. I'll tell you what, these guys might have. If you have a bad pizza, you might get the gas, and you might get the bad pizza. But you guys have a great sound, and it's an honor to have you guys here tonight. And I just have a quick question for all of you. The band has been around for how long? When did the band start?
2006.
2006. Now, in the space of 6 years, just love that the first album that you had out. You got the new one that just came out. You got a new one coming out after that. In the last 6 years, if we could go from Charles Dickens forward, what's one of your highlight moments of those 6 years? Charles Dickens, you're first. I want you all to think of the same question. Charles Dickens?
Mostly just having the opportunity to just jam and be free and not have any restraints with the music. Everything gets recorded, so we have almost the last 6 years of jams all recorded, and we can just go through it to back catalog. That's how the first album came about, which is also continuing on to Electro Supermaniac. But I don't know, the best 6 years, probably one of our first shows we played, we wore entire costumes made out of painter smocks, which we covered in spray paint. And unfortunately, mine wasn't dry at the end, and I got it all over the back of my guitar.
Right on. Alien Head.
The highlight for me is playing shows to people and playing whatever we want, and regardless of whether they like it or not, we play it because it's fun, and we like to entertain. Most of all, we love to entertain and be as entertaining as possible, as opposed to just standing on stage playing your instruments and not moving at all. We do completely the opposite and try and entertain as much as possible.
Tommy Waits.
Pig face.
Well, my favorite part in the last 6 years probably would be all the extra toppings. They are mostly free expression toppings.
Right on.
Horsehead.
My favorite was a show we didn't play too long ago, and it was at kind of like a after work kind of bar, and all these people were there after work. They're not our kind of demographic at all. And we were there minus one member, and we decided to improv an all electronic set which we'd never rehearsed before. And we started playing, and this lady got up and started chanting, "This isn't music. This isn't music." I hated that show until she said, "I'll pay you to stop playing," and I hated that show until then. But then I was like, "Nope, we're keeping on going, lady."
How much money was she offering to pay?
She never actually gave us
You
a
know,
false promise.
It was all false promise, yeah.
It was all talk.
She's full of Jägermeister, not money.
I also believe she made the statement, I'd get a band photo with you, but I don't have a cell phone or a camera. And what a shame. Yeah, that was a shame.
How about you? Who we have not found out? We don't know who he is yet, Pete.
He sort of could be Genghis Khan, though.
I guess he's Genghis Khan.
My name's actually Pasty Face McClure.
Oh shit, he's a country dude. He's not Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Pasty. You could just call me Pasty if you want.
All right, Pasty.
Well, you know, really my favorite moment is it happens every show. It's when we're done and I haven't died. Usually what it comes down to is just hoping I'm not going to die because of the lack of oxygens. And, you know,
oxygens.
you know, you lose a lot of the sweats and just, you know, if you don't die, it's a good show. So I'll go with that.
Pasty Face McClure. Holy shit. Well, this is CJSR. You're pretty much never going to hear anything like this in the world. You're listening to FM 88.5. My name is Brian who also rocks. And we've got a case of Pizzarrhea here on the Shoebox tonight. And the only cure for it is loud noise and, you know, extremely high quality amplification. And I think we should do that right now. So I know that you guys have a music box with you. And I think we should see what else is in it.
So what are we going to be hearing next?
Well, if we can.
Oh yeah, I don't have a mic.
Looks like our next selection shall be from the Sax Ruins. A song called Zerna Takassim. It is a one-off CD by The Ruins. And it goes like this.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Shoebox on CJSR with your hosts, Brian, who also rocks, and Pete the Rocker. We're joined by Pizzarrhea, and we're playing music from their classic recordings recorded here in Edmonton. And they are timeless, genius, and we're able to share them today with you over the magic of the radio, over 88.5 FM, greatest radio station, and the internet, cjsr.com. Once again, I think that set of music changed my life. Song I think was called Jesus Crisp.
It was the last hamtation of Jesus Crisp.
Oh man, that's honestly, that is a beautiful title. I feel great.
What did you play before that?
Oh, those songs. Well,
That was yesterday's songs.
yes. I believe we had some Secret Chiefs 3 play, the Adapt Chamber of the Magian Tavern, and there was also a little bit of Melt Banana, Pig to Dog.
Also life-changing. Also life-changing. So you guys told us about a story where a lady tried to pay you to get off the stage. What's like that? Like that's really nice. But have you had any other feedback that's very memorable? Like, has anybody yet tried to physically attack you, or followed you home, or maybe like made you a picture? No, has anybody made you a picture with?
One of the guys from my work came to check us out this one time, and there's this part in one of the songs where old Tom Waits' face here runs out and he slams a trash can and a fire bell down, and he ran at my guy that came from my work, and he's not the type that would enjoy our music either, so he's out on a limb, and he runs at him and slams this down, and he had a cocked fist and he was ready to go. Next day at work, he's like, I thought I was gonna have to drop that guy. so it hasn't happened yet, but it's been close.
For some reason, I've on 2 separate occasions had people come up and take the microphone away from me because they thought it was an open jam session. No, I'm a singer. You guys need a singer. I can join in. Woo. The other time was a guy that said he could play bass.
Yeah,
so
and tried to take the bass.
Out of the Wonder
Yeah.
Bar.
Yeah, which both incidents were at the Wonder Bar.
And that's why we don't play there. Apparently we draw these rowdy people.
Apparently we make
We are the
people
nectar
angry.
for rowdy.
Indeed.
We haven't heard from Pasty Face in the last few minutes, Pete.
Well, we have to ask Pasty Face, the Wonder Bar, did you go to the NW?
Well, first of all, I was just picking my scabs, so just give me a break, please. But, the Wonder Bar is great. We played some really fun shows there, and, 5 people, all with crazy doodads and whatnot, fills up that tiny stage pretty good. So it's pretty tight, and, but, we like to sweat, so it's all fun. It's all good.
And you haven't died yet either, which is also good.
Still here. Yeah,
Never answered the question about the A&W, though.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Have you been to the NW? Before or after a gig there?
Yes.
Good question. Good answer. Now, I have to ask you guys, you guys are obviously a live jam band. Do you record all your live stuff? Is everything recorded, or?
Well, most of it is jammed out initially and then structured into actual songs.
Oh, well, that's good. That makes you a jam band. And that leads us to where we're at, Brian. What time is it?
This day in history before this day is not over yet.